modification paint jobs on this here and this unit over here. I started the process of the second application of our ice. This is the first application. The first application is to have this kind of ice particle design look to the screen. And then the second one is to give it more of an ice buildup. So pretty much I just use it with some basic white caulking. And then I'm going to take some blue, sky blue paint, go back over this, and then put some traces of highlights of darker blue into it. And then we hit it with the glow in the dark after that. And then after that, we put a clear caulking over top of it, give it more like a frozen ice effect. That's what we're working on here on this side. Over this side, we're still doing the paint job. What the freak did I just step on? We're still doing the paint job over here. So we're still coloring up the motherboard. And this is going to be another application which we're going to be doing on top of this. I had to put something here for the time being, as I said before, because we're using a really smooth, slick-like surface. I really didn't feel like priming Jack at all. It tells you really hate priming. So basically, just did a little nice fancy paint job, but this entire thing is going to glow in the dark with multiple colors. Much like the same thing I did with my PC case over here, which my buddy has to come over and get this thing. So let me show you. This is part of the project we're working on for our case. For our whatchamacallit. I gotta get started on this too. This is the PlayStation 4. I do a modification for that. Let me see. Can I get in the back of this case? There we go. So, same paint job I have done like this. This paint job like this. I should have more lights on here. Like this. That's what I want over there. Exactly. All this glows in the dark. So, I'm going to actually do a pink, blue, and probably pink, blue, and yellow kind of splatter effect on this, but it's all going to glow in the dark. But I do need some red in there too to get them green pipes to pop off. And then we're going to do a small extension pipe from here, up here, here, and here, and then a larger pipe, probably about that big, a PVC, to go around the whole entire thing. So it's going to be like a frame within a frame. That's going to have the whole Mario Brothers theme and all that stuff. Down here, we're going to put in a giant Pac-Man head and the power pellets, like I just want to do with pipe cleaners, to wrap around the case with the ghost trailing behind it. With the ghost trailing here, down here, the Pac-Man head here, and the power pellets, which are going to glow in the dark, we want them to wrap around. So it'll be a mixture of pipe cleaner and these plastic balls, which we're going to basically coat so they glow in the dark. This entire case is going to have blue neon running all through it, and then the chaser system on top of it. 2 light systems. We're going to run through that right now. Right now, with the in your box, this is the system we built in the back for the box. We converted into a box for keeping the hard drives nice and cool. So that's running my SATA cables back there for the hard drive, and it's also running the connectors. All right, they're working on the internet right now, so we're putting in new hubs, so internet should be like fantastic. So anyway, that'll be great. And as you can see, it gives up a bit of a glow. Yeah, that's a glow-in-the-dark UV paint that's actually added on top of that to give it that kind of effect. So that's working out quite nicely. So this is where we took a box. We made our own hard drive coolers, which is much cheaper. That's where that's where I had them before. This is what they look like now. So a basic cardboard box, a little bit of caulking, some glow-in-the-dark paint, and a 120 millimeter fan, and voila, we got our own hard drive cooler. Keeps the hard drive nice and frosty, nice and cool. That fan pushes right directly on top of the hard drive. We're going to do the same thing for this one over here. So this is the freezer box we're doing right now. The same ice builder we're going to have here. We're going to have icicles here, 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 and here. And then over here, we're going to be covering up this with a nice foil tape. We apply it with a nice ice build-up effect here and here. So it's going to be pretty cool when we get done with it. So it's getting there. It's getting there. Right now, I'm just doing some touch-up work on the motherboard to give it a more like kind of arcadey look to it. And there is the button, which I'm going to be working on that one too. A lot of work. Here we're doing this is the refrigeration unit here. I still got to go in and I still have to put in better LED lights. This is for the time being for fun. But we got to put in better LED lights. I have I have ice cubes I have to put in there. Better lighting that I want in there because I want the whole thing to light up nice and bright. And we still have the liquid that we have to add into these containers. Put that poo gel into it that causes it to gelify, gives it a more stiffer gel look to it so it looks more realistic. So we have the frost job in there to do also too. And then on top of that, I'm not touching these because again, we're taking out both of these cards are coming out. We're going to get the 3050s put in, graphic cards. And this one has a 750 watt power supply, so this is good. This one has a 450, that has to come out. We're going to drop that one in here. Now, the question we have about this right here, this is going to be our veggie oil cool PC we're working on. It is, problem I have here is that I don't think I can run the power button in here because the power button has a transmitter on it, and I don't think the transmitter is going to read under vegetable oil. I really don't think it's going to happen. I don't think it's going to read, and that's the power button we need to work. So I'm going to need a line. I'm going to need a power line, some kind of long line for it to work. Unless I can find me a power button, a huge power button that is going to allow us to be able to plug it in and out with the switches, but the transmitter is not going to work on the vegetable oil. So what we have here, this is Ocean Deep 7, or I got a name for it, I can't remember what it is. This is our makeshift submarine we built. Pretty soon we'll be painting this and getting this ready because I got to coat this all one color before I can finish the paint job on this, give more detail to it. That's not the mother we're using, this just for time to give you an idea for the motherboard. We're going to use a micro ITX board, gives us much more room in the case. This right here is the power generator system. So as soon as I get my tools in here, we can bore a hole through here, 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 and drop our rods through, give it more like a more nuclear effect. Put a plug system in here that will connect into the side of the submarine. I want everything to link all together. And we're going to use a USB plug-in system because we want to be able to run these right here. They're not lit up, but these are the ones that give off that kind of charging effect to it. So we kind of need to have this plugged directly into the submarine. Since it's going to be in a vegetable oil, we don't want this to float away, so we're going to put an invisible or maybe a clear pipe cleaner that'll connect to the base. We'll glue it to the base so it doesn't go anywhere. And this right here should be standing up for this. This is going to be the power system. Underneath this power system, we're going to put in a strip USB, which will allow us to be able to plug anything we want up in here. So this right here is going to have a little fan system running in the back. It's going to be bright green, like it's running off nuclear power, or blue. It has a 2-prong, which we're going to connect to a USB, and that's going to allow that to power. This USB is going to plug right back into the motherboard. I was going to plug it directly into the system panel for the fans, but no, if something goes wrong, the board will be going off like crazy because like it doesn't belong there, it doesn't belong there. So we can't use that there. It'll be a headache to do it that way. So we're just going to put a USB here, strip here, and then plug it into here to the motherboard, and then that way we can plug in anything we want, fans, whatever, get all that to glow in the dark. And here we can get this submarine to become more lifelike. And the submarine's going to be standing halfway up, well, submerged in vegetable oil, but just enough where you can see it being charged up by the power station. And then on top of that, this is going to be another new experiment here where we're going to basically hook up a liquid cooling system to this. Because this basically was the copper block cooling heat sink system for the Dell. But this is going to come in quite nicely because right here we can drop in a copper block right here, the water cooling blocks right directly on top of that. That's going to keep these coils nice and cold, which is going to transfer that cold right to this coil system, and this is going to sit right here submerged under vegetable oil. That's going to allow that vegetable oil to cool down because I told you the M2s generate heat. We have no way to cool down the M2 once we submerge it. So we have to have something in here to be able to counteract that heat coming off the M2. As for the liquid cooling system, those M2 solid state drive sticks. So the liquid cooling system we have here is going to run off the CPU, one there, and we have a second one that's going to run off of this. This one we're going to run off. This is going to be a bit modification because this one's going to run. We're going to take off the stock fan and we're going to add in a 3000 RPM fan. These are really high powered fans. We need 2 of them for the front and the back to sandwich the system, to cool it down even faster, and also to put in a fan speed control to speed up those RPMs. And that's going to allow this thing to go supernova, keep it nice and cool, disperse cold air back and forth for cold freezing temperatures back and forth. It's going to have any freezing temperature, you know what I'm talking about, back and forth into that oil, and basically control that temperature that the M2 is going to be able to push off. So that's going to come out. It's going to be a nice little experiment to do. We are going to have sensors inside of the case and have an LED displayed here that can be submerged in the vegetable oil, allowing you to see what the temperature is inside of that vegetable oil next to the vegetable oil, and what we're pretty much getting off our CPU. So that's what we're doing with that. So that is an experimental case. So we're testing some stuff with that. Let me get this right here like so. Now this has all been cut out. We got all the little diagrams cut out on this because I have to cut a hole. This is going to stick right through the case. Part of that stick to the case. We're going to attach the radiator system here, and I may basically double stack my radiator, which means I can have 2 radiators, and I can do 3 radiators and 3 fans that would do it. The same thing would work. A stack system here that would run cooling for both of these at the same time. Now, just in case if the hard drive doesn't work, which I don't know why it shouldn't work. It should work perfectly fine, because the reason why you couldn't drop hard drives into vegetable oils is because they have a disk, and the disk spins. As the disk starts to spin, it reads your data. Now, if the disk stops spinning, that means your data is not reading anymore, and you're having all kinds of problems where you're having error codes popping up. That's why you can't submerge them under vegetable oil. But an M2 solid state drive, it's the same thing, almost like a memory card. Memory cards, you can drop those into the vegetable oils, they don't have any issues whatsoever. I don't think why I should have an issue at all. I don't know why. But just in case, we'll have an extension SATA cable coming out, just in case if it happens. We can hook it up to a hard drive and we're done. I got to go pick myself up a set of Windows 11. I think I'm going to go pick up. Yeah, because after this, these hard drives are already preset with Windows on them, but the new ones don't have jack on them, so we have to do that. Put our Windows on it. That's pretty much it. So, getting some of the artwork done. Still got to powder coat this, turn all this blue and everything. Not blue, but glow in the dark. I'm going to glow in the different colors back and forth, and then we got the displays we have to put through. I got to pick up these scissors for cutting PVC. My PVC piping is not that thick. It's about like that. And then we got to prime all that, because I definitely got to prime those pipes. And then we're going to do like a kind of a, I want it kind of like a dark neon green on it. I want it too bright and fluorescent, but I want it like a little bit dark candy color to it. Like a candy green color to it. And I definitely want to put a little gloss to it to give a little bit of shine on the pipes in some areas. But in other areas, I want it to be dark and rusted a little bit, just a little bit, so it gives it more of a realistic effect. And then we're going to put in our whole Mario Brothers, different characters and charters throughout the entire environment, including the giant Pac-Man head with the ghost trailing behind it, and then the power pellets coming from where its mouth is at. We're going to punch a hole in the mouth, put a pipe cleaner through, put one of those power pellet balls here, another pipe cleaner, so forth and so forth, and then they'll glow in the dark. So basically it'll just chain around, so it's like it's going through this whole Pac-Man display. So it should come out pretty well. Welcome to the world of PC modification paint jobs. Well, you know the hardest ones to do? The steampunks are the hardest one to do, because you literally have to paint everything by hand. You have to take it all apart, and you have to age it as if, you know what I mean, like it's been around for centuries. That's what you have to do. Even when it comes down to the glass, when you're doing like any form of glass, like if you're doing a radio and it has a bit of glass across it, you have to pretty much kind of give it kind of a smoke, kind of dirty look to it. It's pretty fun. So that's what we're going to be working on. And then we still have that right there, staring me in the face like, hello, 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 hello. We got to build the thunder box for that thing. The thunder box on both sides panels, the thunder box across the, got to cut all that out and put a window in there. We got to get this plexiglass we got to plexiglass the windows in. So the thunder boxes are pretty interesting. It's kind of like we're cutting this out right here, putting a sheet of plexiglass inside. Behind this, on the back is cotton in there. And then before the cotton, you put the lead lights in. So you intertwine your lead lights in. You got your dark, you got your light intertwining in, and then that way you can control speed here or slowness here. Then you put your cotton on top of that, and then once you do that, in your peekaboo window, you cut that out and you put your plex again. So you're actually looking into a box that has thunder going off in it. It's gonna be pretty cool when we get done with it. So we're gonna call it the thunder box, which kind of has another term for it, which means toilet, but still, you know, hey. And then on top of this, we have our button. It's our button right here. Let's stick it over there. Thunder. I got that song now stuck in my head by AC/DC. Thunder. It's in my head. Thunder. Dun, 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 thunder. That's the song we're gonna play. When we finally get this thing done, that's the song we're gonna play. Yeah. There are so many themes with so many different PCs I want to build, but you know, can't do them all. But I do want to do that rainforest. We have to do the rainforest, the neon forest. We have to do that because there's an experiment I want to do with that too. If that works, that's going to be freaking cool. We get that to work, that is going to be freaking cool. Well, I should have a wider brush than this. This is more of a detail brush, like, so take me forever. Where's my wider brush at? More flair to it. There we go. Oh! It's crazy how each one of these brushes have a meaning for what they do. That's better. Probably has to get a lazy Susan. We need one badly. It's a pretty blue, ain't it? It's a real pretty blue. This is why I like painting. Painting is so relaxing. This is what I like to do. I like to build and design things. And I love taking everyday junk that no one would think. This is the box that the button came in. Everyday stuff that people would think that's just trash at them. I like to turn it into art. I see it all the time. I see people throw away furniture and stuff like that. Yeah, we can do our furniture. You can actually learn how to upholstery. Upholstery? I'm saying upholstery furniture. You can learn it. It's not hard to do. It's not hard to do. I watch people take something that people throw in the trash and turn it into something magnificent. They can literally sell for a lot of money. One man's trash is another person's treasure. Yeah, if you know how to do it. I see people who throw away stuff like, why would you throw that away? You know what you could do with that? So this box is a nice box. I like it. I gotta stop talking about so much. I know we got negativity nonsense that hits our channel. Gotta stop dwelling on that. Gotta start working on, where did that go to? I gotta start basically doing things and talk about positive stuff, positive energy, because there are people that watch my channel, and I'm sure enough, I don't want to watch something that someone's in there talking about. We know we got issues with people at the end of the day, but I don't want to make the channel about that. I want to make the channel about positive stuff, showing you how to do all kinds of cool things at the end of the day. One day I will start an arts and crafts channel. Right now I'm trying to, there is a way that basically they would bring me on as a volunteer for art classes for kids. This would be amazing. Oh, we would build some crazy stuff, man. We'd build some crazy stuff. That'd be awesome. We're going to build forts, all that stuff. Oh, heck yes. We would build some crazy stuff. Of course, we have to have some kind of lighting in there. So they just learn all kinds of cool stuff. But I'm definitely going to teach them how to build PCs. That's the first thing. PC 101, I'm going to teach them how to build their own computers. Yep. We learned in school today. We learned how to build a computer. Teach them how to build a computer. Yep. Because by the time they reach what? Who knows what that could turn into? You never know. You could have the next Bill Gates on your hands. You never know. I would love to volunteer for that. Yep. Your next high-tech video game system could come from one of those guys that I call them little monsters at the end of the day. You never know. You never know. So yeah, you're going to learn all that stuff. How to do modifications, different types of power supply systems, RAM, hard drives, CPU, GPUs, all that stuff, man. You're going to make some money off it too. You're going to make a lot of money off of it too. Teach them how to do that stuff at their age that they are now. That would be incredible. Could be like my little apprentice. Can take their PCs and add artwork to it. That's our first application. Drive nicely right there. Add artwork to it. You never know. And then when your computer gets broken in the house, Junior can fix it, or your daughter can fix your PC for you, because they'll know too. They can learn all that. It's memory. It's all it is. It's basically just learning memory. They memorize all that stuff they can memorize, and they got at that time their brains are soaking in tons of freaking information. So man, they can learn all that stuff easily. It's much more easier to learn a language when you're young than it is when you're older. It really is. So man, what I could teach them at the end of the day, they'd be designing all kinds of stuff at the end of the day. Yep. By the time they leave my classroom, they'll know how to build a PC. Modify it, work on it, and repair it. So we get them like bare bone kits. Start them off with bare bone kits. So you'll learn all the parts, where everything goes at. You have to learn it first, and then after that, bit by bit, we'll learn memory one day, different types of memory, different types of RAM. And one day we'll move on to graphic cards and stuff like that. We can build our own gaming systems. Then we'll build on next after that. We'll start working on servers over there like that. And all that stuff. Oh yeah, you gotta learn to network your stuff, man. Yeah, get a kick out of it. Stares at that box in the back. I'm like, what the heck is that thing? It looks like something out of like a 1970 kind of like, I don't know, like Battlestar Galactica or something crazy. Yeah, it's an actual projection screen. I got to get around to finishing it off. It's crazy looking. It does some weird stuff. It's got some interesting paint sitting on top of it. So we got the air cooler, which actually blows air. Look at my section in here, man. My section looks crazy. Every time I come to like, man, your desk is freaking wild. It's looking always crazy on your desk. Yeah. I want to put a little train up here. I really do. I might buy a little train up here on my desk. I miss Charlie. I miss that train. We can hear him every so once in a while. I got to go farther into town to hear him. I did like the train. So let that dry, and then get that with some more spazzy colors attached to it to dress it up a little bit. So that shouldn't take long at all. Period. I'm thinking like, what else? Oh, popsicle sticks. I haven't made a popsicle stick PC yet. I haven't done one yet. Interesting. Definitely got with popsicle sticks, man. You can do all kinds of crazy stuff with popsicle sticks. Definitely, that'd be pretty cool. Got to do a castle. Have to do a castle. I wonder if people who work with cement, masonry, stuff like that, do you build like little small castles? Because that would be freaking cool. I think I've seen somebody on freaking TikTok do that. Like break down the bricks, make them little small cobblestones, and actually build an actual castle. That would not be a bad project to start. Of course, I couldn't do it here. It's too messy. But I definitely got a couple of places I can rent out to build me a castle out of cobblestone. A little small castle, nothing really big. That would be sick. We could build a drawbridge in there, a moat, the whole 9 yards. That'd be freaking sick. Ooh, if I did the moat would definitely have to be done with vegetable oil. And hear me out, this is the reason why. Because we can put a sea monster down there. Everything would light up and glow, everything. Would have the whole eyes light up and everything. That'd be freaking cool. We can literally do that. That'd be pretty cool. I actually tell you the truth, I have built a catapult. You know how easy it is to build a catapult? Home Depot has all the stuff to literally build a miniature-sized catapult about the size of a Volkswagen. Literally can be done. Really not that hard to do. You have to really test it a little bit because there is some problem with basically the launch. That pretty much takes a while to calibrate, but once you get it down packed, it's pretty interesting. I got bored one day. Yeah, a year and a half in town, got bored. I'm actually in the process of building the blueprints for a catapult. I have no idea where we would have launched it at, but still, it's not that hard to do. Because you study like how catapults were designed. Pretty interesting weapon too. Because I actually tell you the truth, it's like a giant slingshot, pretty much. That's what it is. Alright, sheet is drying quite nicely. Let's turn around. So these paints I get, you can get them for really cheap on Amazon. I get these for 69 cents for these paints. That's it. 69 cents. They're cheap. And they go a long way. I painted all that with these 3 containers right here and still have paint left over from a little box. Oh, we're gonna finish the ice box over here. So I'm turning this thing into a giant ice cube over here, the other button over here. And the button for this one, which I've got to remember, don't go horizontal. They go flat, which is weird because usually when you put your kill buttons into your kill switches, they're this way, that way. Over here, they're this way. But this had the extension cord tool, which made it a little easier. Now I got to figure out what kind of button to get for the nuclear sub, because we can't do it wireless. It's impossible because the transmitter's going to be under vegetable oil. I don't know how that's going to even play out. I'm definitely not sticking my hands back in there to figure out why it's not triggered on. So you have to get it right. You have to plug everything up, make sure you get it right before you put it back in. But I'm going to have to get me a different button. What I should do is open up one of these buttons and see how they're made. So I can design my own button. You just go and buy your own buttons for home and all. I'm going to have my own button. I'm going to see if I can just build a button. This is where it starts of modification. When you start looking at stuff like, I wonder if I can basically build that myself. And the next one, you're taking apart this and taking apart that, seeing how it's well. Oh, that's it. Okay, then you build your own stuff. Like reservoirs for your cooling system. You can build your own reservoir systems. All those piping and tubes and stuff, you find which size you have, find the size tube, put them in, drop the clamps on them, they're done. You definitely want to test it first and make sure you have no leakage, like maybe like a week or so, having pumping, the pump, the reservoir, all that stuff, to make sure it's pushing back and forth. You don't see any water leaking out or anything, because the last thing you want is something splashing around your case. Oh, that's going to be a nightmare. We're working on the network here. I'm watching the different things bounce back and forth. Alright, getting there and drying. We're literally watching paint dry. I do it all the time. I literally have sat there and watched paint dry. If there's ever a survey that comes with like, have you watched paint dry? I have. I've done it. I've watched it so many times it's not even funny. And there's even channels on YouTube. You ever watch the most boring stuff to watch on YouTube? I have. There's somebody launched a YouTube channel on watching grass grow. Literally watching grass grow. There's another one on watching paint dry. I've watched that one a couple of times. I watched it anyway. There's the dumbest videos, which is actually one of a person showing you how to boil water. That's hilarious. I actually watched that on how to boil, instructions on how to boil water. You'd be surprised how many people don't know how to do that. I knew people couldn't even make a grilled cheese sandwich. How do you not know how to make a grilled cheese sandwich? Like, I literally have. In cooking school, I've seen people could not make a freaking grilled cheese sandwich. They literally put the cheese on the grill without the other piece of bread. You know what happens? That thing serves to the freaking grill, and it just leaves this really dirty mark there that you have to freaking scrape your brains out just trying to get it removed. I watched that. I think the kitchen is this is the bathroom's the most dangerous place, but in the kitchen, I've watched people cut fingers off by accident. I watched a guy cut his pinky off. So them freaking Ginsu knives, they have no freaking joke. Them suckers will cut right through a turkey with no problem whatsoever. Better make sure you tuck them fingers in, because you don't, them suckers will pop right off. Yeah, cut his finger. The buffalo chopper. Oh my goodness. It's like the guy from Saw made that thing. That thing's freaking crazy, insane. Now the new ones have sensors on them that cut off. But it's kind of like the equivalent of sticking your hand in a helicopter blade that's traveling at 100 miles an hour. And imagine 4 of those going different directions at the same time. It's like something made out of some kind of medieval dungeon master nonsense. I don't know what the purpose of that thing was. I hate the buffalo chopper, and I have never ever used it. I paid other people to use that thing. Like, I would literally have given people 10, 20 bucks because I wouldn't go near that buffalo chopper. No, things were over taking your fingers off. You lose a couple fingers in there. Now, the new ones now have sensors on them. They cut off automatically if your hand hits past that sensor. But the old one, no, heck no. And we had the old ones. The conventional oven. I've done this one before, multiple times. When you got the big old oven, people know you work in the food industry. You know what I'm talking about, the conventional oven. When you open up the door, you're supposed to turn to the side and open the door so the hot air pushes out. I have done it where you have opened up both doors and got a blast of hot air to your face. Makes your head feel like it's really, really tiny. It tightens up your skin. Yeah, it's an interesting feeling. I've done that too many times. You kind of rush in, go to grab your stuff and open up and hit in the face with all that heat because you got this huge fan pushing heat right at you. Yeah, it's an uncomfortable feeling. Right there. Probably pretty quick. In our conversation and our little talk, it dried quite nicely. See that with a nice blue box here. I got one of those easy buttons. Oh shoot, I forgot we do have an easy button. I should get that sucker out and turn it into a button. That was easy. Paco doesn't do that. Cat's be doing that. He doesn't do that. He doesn't do that little soft. Yeah. I'm good at top area now. Some of the weird stuff you find on your Facebook feed. It's freaking unbelievable. I saw this one. This woman was, I like to watch people that are addicted, have weird addictions, and they're drinking gasoline and freaking, how are they still alive? I mean, literally, how are you alive long enough for a doctor to tell you, no, this is bad? Like, how are you literally alive? Doesn't even matter if they died already. Like, how is that possible? The one where the one was eating the cement, I don't know, it was rocks. One was eating rocks. The other one was eating freak eaters. The other one was eating, what was she eating? There was one with cement. I remember the one was drinking bleach. The one that had an addiction for gasoline. Cat hair. Ugh, that's nasty. What was the other one? It's a bunch of them they had. And the people that are in love with weird objects, like they're really attracted to weird objects. The guy was in love with his car. The one was in love with the Eiffel Tower. The person was in love with the Berlin Wall. That must not have went well if they tore that thing down. There's a whole lot of things. People that are a person was in love with a Ferris wheel. It's a weird for it's a name for what they call it. person was in love with the pool toys. Oh, that I'm done on that one. That was just absolutely done. Cheapskates. That was another one I was watching. I was watching them back to back with that TLC. That they're freaking interesting. Cheapskates. Like, how can you be that cheap? You can't take that with you, right? Any cheapskates out there? Let me give you something. You're not taking any of that with you. When you pass off your earth, they're gonna spend your money, all of it. All your money you're gonna spend. You're gonna do all the things that you should have did when you had it. I don't know what you're saving it for. You can't take it to the next life with you. So yeah, they're gonna spend your money left and right. That's what you're gonna do. So yeah, it's crazy. Like, these people live in some nice homes. They don't live in no ratty houses or no. They live in some really nice homes. The one woman, the Asian woman, she lived up in Manhattan. You know how much money it costs to live in Manhattan? Is expensive. She lived over there, but she dumpster dived and got a lot of her stuff out. Not even good stuff like that. Got a lot of her stuff out. And I'm telling you, if I was the guy who brought over his girlfriend to meet his roommate, because that was his roommate, he knew what she was. She knew what she did. She knew she went in the trash and got food and cooked it and so forth and so forth. And he brings his girlfriend to meet her. You know, anything at that table, 100% came out of a trash can. Because you know this is how this person is. Because you knew in college. So why would you bring somebody like your girlfriend to have dinner at this person's house? I would have filed a lawsuit against you. I would have filed a lawsuit against her. I'd have filed a lawsuit against the TV show. We're pretty sure they probably tried to sign some kind of waiver at the end of the day. But still, even I wouldn't have. He didn't tell her anything at all. Like, he didn't tell her, hey, look, I got a roommate in college, and everything she takes out of the trash, she cooks and eats. Like, that just escaped your mind at the end of the day. And this girl threw up. She was having dry vomit issues at the dinner table because the woman had explained to her she had dug in the trash and got everything and cooked it. They have been a breakup. There's all been lawsuits. All of them got sued. That is crazy. Unbelievable. Yep. Cheapskates. Getting stuff out of the trash. Now, for some people saying, oh, but you can eat stuff out of the trash. I mean, I don't know. At the end of the day, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. I know some people do it because they're hungry and they have no choice. I understand all that. But if you're going to feed it, eat it yourself. Don't feed it to other people. Don't feed it to other people, because that's not right. You know what I mean? And you got other people that are into that, and that's what they eat. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, they got to because they're hungry. I understand all that. But don't feed it to other people. And you had the other one where, oh, the guy, he was... Here's the thing that gets me. You can't be shocked. Come on. These women knew what these men were when they got involved with them. These men knew what these women were when they got involved with them. Ain't like you go on a first date with somebody, you already know if they cheap, they don't want to spend the money. I mean, literally, they're super, super cheap. Beyond cheap. So you know what they're like. But you still marry them. And you didn't marry them on the first day you met them. You've been with them for a while, so you know what kind of people they are at the end of the day, but yet you still marry them. So don't be all shocked. Don't be all shocked like, I didn't know. You did know. You married them. That's how you know. The one guy, two of them received death threats. So there was one guy who basically, he was a black guy, and he basically didn't spend jack for his family. Like, he went to an all-you-can-eat buffet. He always carried around a sock full of pennies, and he paid for everything in pennies. And he's showing that how his daughter, she's living a certain way, the son's living a certain way. It's messed up. He don't even have a proper desk. His desk and chair are the same thing. It's just awful how this guy is at the end of the day. So cheap. And so anyway, he basically is on his computer, and he has two banking accounts. One is a dummy account, and it has next to nothing in it. And the other account has all this money, like a lot of money sitting in this account. That's along the term of being a miser. But anyway, he laughs about on camera how he's got all this money and they don't know anything about it. Well, it didn't go well for me because he started receiving death threats. People wanted to kill him. Because you can't treat your family that way. You can't. Some people are going to feel something about that, and as he started receiving those. The other guy, he wasn't on the show much longer. The other guy, he was another fellow. And again, like I said, they knew what they were getting themselves into when they were with these men. So, I really can't feel sorry for them. But this other guy, he was basically, spending $25 on his wife's anniversary. It's your anniversary and you're spending $25. Now I can see if you only got $25 and so you don't make a lot of money and that's it, and you spend what you got. Hey, God bless you. But if you make money at the end of the day and you're spending $25 and he made money and you're spending $25 for your wife's anniversary, but then again, you can't get surprised because she knew he was like this. She knew he was like this. They're walking down the street. He's picking up rice off the ground because somebody had a wedding. Took up a handful of rice. That's a meal right there. And that's disgusting. Anything could have spit, wet, or anything else in that rice. But anyway, so it's just how tacky. What he did was what got him the death threats. Was they were at the movies, and he dug in the trash can and got one of his refillable cups and some half-eaten popcorn, and went up there and said, if he could bother to get a refill of some popcorn. Some people don't mind. I gave him a refill of some popcorn, and he got a refill of the drinks and gave it to his wife to drink. So she was drinking something out of the trash. But then again, like I said, you can't be surprised because they should know this because they were married to these people. But anyway, that got him some death threats. So, but again, like I said, what's the point of going to jail saying death threats to somebody? If you knew they were like this from day one, you knew they were like that from day one. Can't be shocked about it. They know they're getting themselves into. They look at it this way. Maybe they're with a person who is not good with money. Some people not good with money, they don't know how to save it, they blow it as fast as they get it, you know what I mean? And constantly financial problems, majority of marriages end because of financial issues or basically cheating. Mostly financial. So anyway, maybe it's like that. Then to find somebody that knows how to save money at the end of the day, they never be broke, which is true. They never will be broke. But on top of that, you're almost like you're broke. So you're broken, but you're not broke. Yep. Now, usually, people get out of this relationship, they go the opposite way, which means they basically will spend money faster than they get it because they're used to having without. That's how that ends up with. I ended up in a relationship with somebody like that. Who basically was a widow, and her husband was one of those people who was really, really cheap. I mean, cheap. I mean, cheap where their kids went to bed hungry because he didn't want to spend money. And he made it sound like they didn't have any money. He made it sound like he was not being promoted in the job he was working at for many, many years. He faked the whole thing for many years. Something like 8 years he was doing this stuff. And found that they were kicked out of apartments and they were sleeping on the floor at families' homes. This is embarrassing. Really embarrassing. They were going through all this and found this man had quite a lot of money in his banking account. Well, long story short, about 8 years into this marriage, he came home early from work, and he just had this look on his face like somebody's whole family just got wiped out, like just looked like a ghost. And she's trying to figure out why is he sitting out there like just shocked. Apparently, his business partners were going to do some shady deal, which he didn't want to get involved in because it involved tax money and stuff like that, some crazy stuff, and he really didn't want to go down that road. And they blackballed him. But not only they blackballed him, this is why doing dirty stuff comes back to bite you. Instead of keeping his money in the bank, he kept the money in their bank. Because certain companies have their own banks. They have their own bank cards and all that stuff, and that's where he kept it at to keep his wife from finding out about that money. So since it was in their account, they froze his money. He docked him out of his funds, which means he says nothing. He's broke. He's poor. And he had to sit there and tell his wife what he did. She spat in his face. You mean you tell me that our kids, wanted to sleep hungry? I had to work multiple jobs to support the whole household, and you barely bring home anything and find out you have over $160,000 sitting in your banking account. That's what he had. And you watch your kids go to bed hungry. That's beat down at the end of the day. I'm sorry. I try to be a Christian at the end of the day, but if I found out that any of my little ones that I want to see hungry, or it came to me or my attention, you're getting beat down at the end of the day. I'm dragging you and help beat the snot out of you. You deserve it. You deserve it on so many levels. You're lucky I don't throw you through a window. So I'm going to take everything I have to keep from doing it, but that's going to make me lose my temper. That is dirty, dirty, dirty. You're going to let your kids go hungry, and you got $160,000 sitting in your banking account, and you watch your kids go to bed hungry. You may go through a window. And it may be the top floor. That's some bull crap right there. He died. He passed away. Stomach cancer took him. But he died. She forgave him before he passed off this earth. But she did divorce him. She divorced him. She kicked him out of the house. Got a divorce attorney, kicked him out of the house. Got rid of him. So he was military. So she got his survivors, whatever it is, they get them to death, and that's what she got. And she got some checks she was getting. So yeah, she was doing pretty good, doing very, very good. But it messed her head up because it's like they spend money like it was crazy. Like they just blow money on a lot of food like it was crazy. $300 in the refrigerator, still spending money, still spending money, still spending money, still spending money. Messed her head up. I've seen that happen. My brother Chris worked at a job, and I know the trolls say, "Oh, it's his brother." Yeah, go ahead. He's a Christian too. Go mess with him too. See what happens. Keep messing with God's people and see where that ends you up at. But anyway, he worked at a place, a food distributor plant, and the people owned it were Jewish, and they were in these. They're old. They're really old people, but they had the stamp still on their wrists. They were in camps where basically they starved them to death. That's where they were at, and they were so messed up that even though they had money, I mean, they were rich, filthy rich, because they owned these this vending machine company, and my brother was telling me they all drive Bentleys. Every last one of them drove Bentleys. They're rich, filthy rich, but in the back of their mind, they're always hungry. Like they never have enough food. And he said he'd been to their house. They have walk-in refrigerators. Things are huge, and they're stacked with food. Stacked with more food, like little supermarkets. That's what they look like in them, like supermarkets. And they always feel like they're always going to go starving. They're all going to starve to death. And he would watch them when he would come in. She would get out of her car, and she would rummage through the bins. So any food that goes bad, they throw them in these big bins to get ready to incinerate the food. And they would dig through it and gather what they want, put in the back of that car. Can you imagine that? And mess someone up that badly. Yep. Because he felt so bad for him. All that they have, and they're still feeling they're going to starve to death. Kind of doesn't remind me of that, but you ever seen the Alfred Hitchcock? No, Stephen King, Dinner. You ever seen that? That's a very interesting movie to watch, Dinner. Some guy asked him for some food. It was an Indian guy asked him for some food, and the guy got nasty with him and said, told him to get a job. Or he said something nasty to him. He was really rude to him. He knocked him down. He was an old guy, knocked him down. And the guy cursed him. And no matter how much he ate, he was dropping weight. He could not get heavy. He could not get full. He was always starving. He kept eating, like he never ate anything. He just kept eating, until the point he got so thin, skeleton. Yeah, he finally tracked down, figured out what was going on. Finally tracked down the Indian guy. I don't know if the Indian guy. I don't know if he apologized and the guy gave him back his life or what happened. But yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, that curse on him. No matter how much he ate, he just kept losing weight. His pants would get looser and looser. Like what the heck? Like he just dropping weight like crazy. All right, we got our box here. Having a little talk while we're doing a little blue box right there. That looks amazing. We got to do a little, paint a little, one of those Mario boxes. I have one of those too. I gotta figure out how to do it with my giant box. I have one that lights up too. That Pac-Man head was not easy to get. So apparently you have to have it shipped in from Japan because I can't find one down here. Why can't I find a freaking Pac-Man light? No one has a Pac-Man light that I can get in the next couple of days down here. I can't. I gotta basically have it shipped in from. I'm definitely gonna cut it open, rewire it. I'm definitely gonna do that. Definitely make it USB so it plugs in much easier. And on top of that, put my lights in it. I want that thing to be super bright. So all boxes here. That need to cut over here. We're all done with that. That's all finished. We still have to do the trace on that side, so that's all finished. Put this down here below in my water bucket, my little water. Where's my thing at? I can join this. My water in here. There we go. Keep my brushes nice. I might go back into painting. They got art classes up. I think I'm gonna take me an art class. Always looking to do something different. I swear that button was supposed to be bigger than that. It looks huge in the retirement, but it got it, and I was like, huh. It's like Darth Vader to the Death Star. It looked bigger when I actually saw it when I purchased it. What am I supposed to do with this? Pretty soon we're going to have our lights going on through our unit pretty soon. That'll be next. Now, I got to change and swap this power supply, so I think the power supply I'm going to get for this unit, I do need some colorful lights on it, some really colorful lights. And all this is going to glow in the dark. Everything here is going to glow in the dark. We're going to retrace everything, and everything's going to glow in the dark. The antenna's coming off. Definitely getting rid of that. That's an old Wi-Fi antenna. That's an old one. I'm going to take it off. The small ones are real small. They're like this small. I'm going to take those off and get rid of that and go to smaller ones. But so I think that's why my screen keeps dropping, because of that antenna is horrible. So I'm going to get a new one. Take that off. And we're going to get RGB light system for the RAM. So the RAM's going to be upgraded. It's 16 right now. We're going to upgrade to 34. The board maxes out at 34. And the boards come out easy. They're only up there by two screws. That's it. 2 motherboard screws. That's it. That little rod G right there, that's pretty much put in with zip ties, and this allows to adjust back and forth, so it allows me to push the board out a little bit, so it keeps it nice and sturdy, so it doesn't go anywhere. So I may take them down again and put in new CPUs on them. Later on I'll put in like i7s in. Literally built an entire PC. It was supposed to be an upgrade modification for the Dell, and the Dell had so many problems with it. I had to literally build the entire PC all over again, which, whatever. See where that comes in handy, console gamer? See where that comes in handy? Console gamer would be like, whatever. See how that comes in handy? My stuff breaks, I can fix my machines for work. I use it for work. Actually, that one's a gaming PC, but this one over here, that's for when you kind of shit up. That one right there is over there. That's for that's my work PC. So that PC over there has my games on it. It has my projector mapping application on it, all that stuff. Which, another thing I forgot to bring up, and again, we let console gamers get mad over this, you can't run applications off your system. You have to literally have a PC to run most of the applications, 3D rendering, AI technology, all that stuff that you want to do. You can't do any of that stuff. Editing and all that's done off your PC. So like the guy said, you can also work and game at the same time. Yeah, that's pretty nice. It's Hopper. We teach you how to build a PC. And I already do. There are so many people showing you how to build a computer. It's not even funny. People are just intimidated by them. You don't have to be intimidated. They're easy to do, easy to build. Like I said, this whole console thing going on, it's crazy. I'm still checking out eBay how much they still want that money for them. Yeah, they don't want that money for them until that system launches. When that system launches November 7th, I have got to see someone please crack one of these suckers open, do a teardown. I got to see what this cooling system's on there like. If this cooling system is anything like the first one, you are doomed. On so many levels, it's going to overheat. It's going to overheat so fast, it's not even funny. So, it's not even funny how fast it can overheat. Your graphic card is equivalent to a 4060. You know what your 4060 generates in heat? I got like a cool, a 3050 down. And these are outside, open cases, so they get plenty of air. But keep in mind, you have to understand, I get this, people don't understand this part. If you live in an area where you have to run heat inside your home, you're doomed, man. You're pushing heat right back into your, where's the cool air coming from? And then coming from your fans is sucking heat out of your environment. Your environment's cooking because you got the heat on. It's sucking all that hot air and it's pushing it back into a case that's already overloaded with heat. And then you're pushing it right back out and bringing it back in. You're wearing and tearing your system down with that mess. Should have liquid cooled those suckers. Liquid cooling is cheap. You can get the liquid cooling I'm getting for here is $34. This one right here for my liquid cooling system, that right there cost me $54. This one over here cost me around $37. That's it. Then I was showing you the guy who had to clean the system out. You see all that dust that brewed on there? Yeah, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. It's not good, man. Dust accumulates everywhere. I got mine in cases over here. I had to take mine out of the case because I didn't like the fact when I pulled out of the case, my fans, I went to go rub. I was like, what the fuck? It was dust all inside my fans. We've got air cleaners in here that run 24/7, and I still had dust inside of my equipment. So no, and I clean these things just about every day. I gotta go and clean these things down. They accumulate. They can pick up dust so fast. I'm thinking about getting the filters put on. That's what I'm putting on next. I'm putting the filters on the fans. I can just take them off, wash them, put them back on. Cleaning fans are a headache. Especially when you get the Q-tips. You got to get on some corners and cracks and crevices. It's a pain in the neck. I'm just going to get the filters put on. And just take them off and clean them. Then I get the other half saying, oh, but you're wishing it. I'm not wishing anything bad. I'm just telling you what's going to happen. It's just obvious it's going to happen. Systems have to be cooled down. They have to be. You've got powerful parts in your machine. They have to be cooled down. Oh my goodness. If the PS6, when it comes out, you know it's going to be far surpass the PS Pro. They stick the same dinky 120 millimeter fan on that again. Oh man, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. You're just asking for it. You're literally begging for it. And then the jacked up thing about it, like, okay, if my system breaks, I get it from the store and I send it back. Yeah, but just a high rate of these systems burning out. What line are you sitting in? And how long is your waiting line going to be before you get your system back? Because I know I waited 3 weeks to get the 360 back. 3 weeks to get my 360 back. And they send you that 1 month of Xbox Live. I'm like, how's that going to help my freaking gamer score? I'm freaking, like, I got my leading dashboard for freaking Unreal Tournament. Like, that's not going to help me 3 months. Some people are freaking basically got kill streaks. They got freaking champ matches coming up. That's not going to help you 3 months. That doesn't fix the problem. Your clan matches, those are a bunch of clan matches. Couldn't play because my system was out. 3 months I'm ejecting it. Then 32 months. A month, sorry, of Xbox Live I'm ejecting. That's going to speed my process back on the leading dashboard, being number one. Especially when you watch your level drop and somebody takes over. Oh man, it sucks so much. There's nothing you can do about it. And when your team's contacting you, the best players, you can't do jack about it. That's why I bought 2 systems. I literally had to buy 2 systems. $800. A backup system just in case if the other one run out. So, yep. I still want to buy that wireless button. I do. I want to see how it works. And I'm curious how it works. They didn't explain much. They didn't explain much on basically how to do it at all, period. They didn't explain much at all. I'm sitting there looking at the video. I'm like, how in the world is this connecting? Because I couldn't figure out how they connected that wireless power switch. And then later on, I had to watch enough videos of everybody else doing it to piece it all together. Wish would have been more detail on this. I think I'm going to get one, do a detailed video showing you how to do it. Because that was a nightmare trying to figure out how to get that thing to work. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to basically do an art class, a volunteer art class for the little monsters and teach them how to build PCs. I'm going to do that. Man, by the time they reach 10, ooh, man, if they carry on with it, You know what I mean? That'd be fantastic. Not much, given our own PC to toy with. These are basic, easy modifications right here. Easy. They're running good games. I'm running the game I like to play. I did like to play. Something weird happened. Dying Light 2. Yeah, it ran it perfect, man. I was running at 60 frames per second, no problem whatsoever. The only time I had a little lag is when the game would start up because I was supposed to update the drivers, which I still haven't done yet. And that's the only reason why. Other than that, played nice and smooth, man. Graphics were clean, beautiful. And I was running a 1050 GTX 1050. That's really low card. It ran perfectly. A couple of games I was playing required a card much larger, like the Disney driving game, racing game, required a much higher graphic card. I was able to run it with no problem. So yeah, it don't cost much. You're saying for $480 to put these $480 together. Real cheap to do. Oh, what's in there chatting? Our box is already dry. Woo! Alright. We've got our box dry there. Let me see. I'm gonna do some color splash with my box. Up here. Ooh, drippy. Oh, caught it in time. Caught it just in time. I think I put too much down. I don't know. Could have. We got to mix it in multiple colors anyway. Give me not blue. Hey, how dare you? Give me the yellow. There we go. Ooh, man, that's the way to go. Oh, watch that and run all black. I gotta get into that Days Gone. Definitely gotta get into that game. I like the fact you gotta keep coming up with gas in that game. Oh, gotta get this one to get a little messy. Definitely gonna get a little messy. But you have to do the splatters when they're all wet because you're doing that cross contamination, which is really important Sorry about that, people. The thing about the whole Pat Town artwork is that when it first starts off, it looks like complete chaos. That's the best way. The more chaos, the better it looks. Let's get those drips to be able to. So that's the beautiful thing about the whole pattern, the Pat Down artwork, is that you want the chaos, because chaos brings art, makes it beautiful. That's what it does. The chaos. Look at it. The chaos. Batman is born. So I have to have a little chaos with it. Artwork is never planned. It just happens. Oopsie. And that song, Why Do Birds Suddenly Appear? I don't know why it's just stuck in my head. I don't know why. Hey, Mr. Bird, that makes no sense. You're speaking a whole different world of philosophy. There is no philosophy, it's just law. I love artwork, I do. I spend all day doing this. I had amazing art teachers when I was going to school. I was blessed to have really good art teachers that told me at the end of the day that what makes each artist different is how they see it. Nobody's meant to see it all together. If we all saw the same bowl of fruit, we all drew the same bowl of fruit, it'd be a boring world, wouldn't it? That's why I appreciate all artwork. That reminds me of The Simpsons. That's where I kept hearing that song from. Simpson, where Homer first met Marge. Yeah. She was supposed to marry somebody else. But she realized that wasn't the person for her. It was homie. Definitely homie. Oh, homie. Yeah. That's why. It wasn't meant to be. It was meant to be for them, not for the other guy. He was married with some rich guy, then the damn she wasn't interested. Got that nice melty look to it. Melty. Extra melty. One of the things I like to do is take splatter art. I love doing splatter art. Taking different colors and just throwing them in different directions. I like doing that. Splatter art. Is here to be bizarre. We don't want it to be normal. Yeah, normal's boring. To be different is to be bold. To be unique, to be different. To be normal is to be boring. Well, what would other people think? Oh my goodness, really? That's the problem. You're living your whole life worrying about what other people think. You are truly in prison. Can't care what other people think. Want to wear a top hat? Some people like wearing top hats. Some people want to wear a handlebar mustache. Why not? Why not wear it? It's unique. It's different. When I see somebody doing something unique and different, I say, man, that's freaking amazing. That's freaking amazing. I like when people do things that are different. I'm not afraid to think outside the box. Man, they blew right through freaking Thanksgiving. I'm like, wait a minute, I wasn't there freaking hours. Like, what a freaking Thanksgiving? It's all Christmas stuff in there now. What's gonna make me super happy is I have that one tenant that when we blessed to get that apartment building, and I have that one tenant that forgets that he has free month rent for December. And have him come up and go, Mr. Bird, I got your rent. Now what you doing? You got my rent. You don't pay my rent in December. So a way of saying thank you. Yep. People got things they want to do. You know, why can't you give somebody a break at the end of the day? Wouldn't that be nice? Someone just give you a break. Somebody being so greedy. Just give you a break, right? Nothing wrong with that. If the Lord provides everything you need, you don't need to be greedy. Nope, you don't need to be greedy at all. I like that. It has personality. Has personality. These rollers are fantastic for doing your blend-ins. Pretty soon we're going to work on our Fallout prop. This is going to be pretty cool. Really cool. So we're going to do some fake wires in there because I want the wires to be stripped, give it kind of a corroded old age look, so it's skin back, you know what I mean? And we're going to make this thing look really, really retro. Got some tubing we're going to put in. This thing's gonna look really old. Now the radio itself has a bit of an old-fashioned look to it, but we need to make those circuits inside look really, really old. So we're gonna hook this up with a nice little round TV. We're gonna make all out of Tupperware, and we're gonna get a couple rabbit ear antennas. We're even gonna hook a projector system up in the back of it, so basically it can push an image right through it. Judging by the tube that pushes back, we should easily put a projector right there to put some kind of old-fashioned image flashing up on the screen just a little bit. Picture front, the screen in front has to be a little bit cracked and broken, but mostly you can see something coming through. And the radio, it's going to play that song, Set the World on Fire. Yep, it's going to get nice and a little class to it. It's going to be beautiful. Hat job is just pretty easy. You're just going to like over it over and over again. Give it a nice, beautiful color. If it starts all crazy and out of control, that's when it's at its best. That's when it's at its best, when it's crazy and out of control. I was going to add red to that, but I thought it's perfect. Sometimes less is more. Now, if you want to do the overlap drip to give it more of effect, you let them drips dry. Then you go back over top of it again. Sometimes you can take what I did right there with the paintbrush, or you can just take a Q-tip, suck up a little bit of paint just so it drops over and over. Repeat the process. Let it dry, repeat it again, repeat it again, repeat it again, and you get a bit more of a 3D effect to it. If you want to actually make it really stand out, take an extra fine brush, like so, and then just get around those little corners and areas. A little bit of dark black paint, add some shadows to that. Now I got that song stuck on my head, World on Fire. I'm trying to figure out what the nano board looks like. The nano board and the pico board. The pico board is literally that small. We could build a PC out of that thing. It's a motherboard. It's supposed to be one of the smallest motherboards they make. It's called a Pico board. This thing is supposed to be super, super small. Literally, that brush is like a clown's wig. I'm gonna make some stamps. I can put some paint in. I can make some raw splat marks. I need some of those. I can make my own. Oh crap, we had stencils, didn't we? What did we do with the stencils? Where are the stencils at? Gotta figure out where the stencils at. I got stencils. Mother Frankenstein! Mother Frankenstein! Where's my phone at? I can take the world on fire. We definitely got to do a Bioshock piece. I got to build me another one of those. We got to order me another Big Daddy. I'm trying to figure out where we're going to get a Big Daddy from. They're not exactly cheap. They're not easy to find. But we need one. 19%? Really? Marco, you gotta stop fighting with my phone charger. What is the in this battle of madness that you have between my phone charger? Like, seriously. Yeah, I told you I had something to do today. Me and Taco went out to eat. So, place I go to eat at, Taco's always welcome. And they always bring him down something to eat, or tuna fish or whatever. So we went out to eat. And a little tie on and everything. And we walked around usually all the different places I go to, and got a chance to get out and see some of my friends that actually are waiting to greet Taco. Where's Taco at? Where's he at? Is he coming by? Taco, 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 Taco. Thank you. Boom. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Man, let me tell you something. I don't know why they would do that to the game. To the game I want to like to play, just shoot and blow things up and stuff. There's a section on there that if you don't, I think I'm coming out, not coming out of the game, you're actually erasing your game. Why would you even have that in there? Why would you have a section right in your game that you can actually delete the whole entire game? I already deleted all my saves on that game. I'm not going back in here. It only took me to get that freaking level, beat up to that level. I'm done. I'm not playing it ever again. I don't even know why you would even have that next to that, to the button, the back button. Freaking programmer sick joke. Let me see. What are we doing, Mr. Bird? No cat blocking this baby. No cat blocking. No, you can't cap block it on that. You can't cap block it. You can't pop lock it. Wait a minute. Pop lock it. Pop it. Lock it. Can't pop lock it, man. Come on, man. Give me what I asked for. Stop being a jerk. No, I didn't ask for that. I literally did not ask for that. What part of, oh my goodness, what part of do you not understand what I just asked for just a few minutes ago? Jeez. Alright, let me see. Did you get that right? Let me see something for a minute. I don't know if I just came off of that. Oh, okay. You're definitely off on that one. Definitely off. Yeah. I got it. Okay, make sure you got it right this time. Alright, we're in. That's what I'm talking about. We back online. Yeah. You got it fixed. They had to go and they had to re-put boosters in everywhere because it's always an old building at the end of the day. They got it fixed. Yes. I got to pay for my internet. Thank you. I save some money. God is good. We get free internet. Your internet is actually super fast, and it's lightning fast. But all of a sudden, it just started to slow down for a little bit. So they're going in and do some updating on the building. So, man, thank you, Jesus. Woo! Save some money. Say it again. Everybody likes to save money. Now, we'll update this max pain because, again, this is when they're asking me for freaking. I can't stand that when you play games and they ask you all this freaking information to freaking play this game. Squaresoft does that mess. There's a ton of freaking information. Like, why do you need all this? I'm probably not going to play the game all that much. There's you a ton of information. What's your mother's maiden name? Like, what the freak? CD keys. Who the freak is using CDs? They already have CD keys up here. Max Payne CD keys. These are activation keys. How is this game? It's super old. Man, what the frick am I using CD keys for? Like, are you kidding me? Usually most games are just put up there like, okay, this whole policy, blah, 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 blah. Click on that, yes, I agree, blah, blah, you're in. That's some nonsense. We have to go all this crap. And I remember Ubisoft was known for doing this nonsense. I hate that. What the frick you need my email for? You can bombard me with stuff I don't want to know about in the day. I mean, come on. And pretty much we have updates that come through all the time. But you can see what they have coming up. It literally shows up. Updates. But you're literally going to ask for my email so you can bombard me with, guess what we got coming up today? Listen right here. I don't even see all that. I'm good. My goodness, just not for goodness sakes. Oh, we have more special offers and more. It's like Temu. What the freak? I never bought anything from Temu. Ever. At all. No. Ain't no way in the world. When people were getting that Temu craze, man, you knew something was wrong. The minute you go in there, they don't bombard your phone with tons of messages. Guess what's on sale? This on sale. That's on sale. All these freaking emails, one after the next, and 3, 5 minutes, and 4 minutes, and 5 minutes, and 6 minutes, and 7 minutes. We're gonna be going on sale. New sale. I'm like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. I didn't even put any of my information in, and they freaking bombard my email with tons of offers. Like, they keep you hooked on shopping. You know, shopping is an addiction, right? You can literally be hooked on shopping. That's one of the problems they had with the home shopping network. But there are people literally that are just blowing their entire checks and just buying stuff. Some people on QVC so much they knew the people when they call, hey, how you doing? I'm doing great. I'm just buying some more stuff. And you come home, you got freaking like 30, 40 boxes outside, and people think you're moving when you're actually just someone just buying a ton. You can become a shopaholic. You can literally, at the end of the day, go broke, end up losing your house, your home, everything, because you're addicted to shopping. And that's what they're hoping you to do, to get hooked at the end of the day. And they use those methods like, all right, we got a good sale here and a good sale here, and they keep giving you all these different sales. So you just keep buying and they got you hooked. Just like that. And again, asking for my freaking email. No, we're not doing this. Rockstar. Rockstar's known for doing this stuff, man. I'm done doing emails. I'm not doing this. Forget y'all. No, we're not doing this. Goodbye. That's just stupid. What you need my email for? I literally just had that conversation about emails. Yeah, stop this program. Yeah, confirm. Stop. Oh, my goodness. No, you just need to update where it's at. You know, I'm going there with 10-foot pole. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. What do you need a freaking email for? So you can bombard me with a bunch of dumb nonsense that I don't even want to know about? What games do I have on here? These games I have on here. Oh, we forgot. We got free games on here, don't we? Yeah, I got popping some free games. No, we're not doing this. We're not playing this game. We're canceling. Ta-da. Ta-da. I don't care about that. Get me into the store. Let me see. I definitely want to get the Disney game on here. Disney game on here is banging. Oh, that game is so much fun. It is so much freaking fun. That Crash Bandicoot is okay, but that Disney game is freaking wow. Let me see. I'm gonna hit the store. I'm gonna download the same games on here. I want the free games. Sorry about that. You got here. I'm like, oh, some free games. Free games. Yeah. I'm gonna get some free games. All right, so I'm gonna pop over here because I can't do nothing with this machine until my part gets here. So the part that I need is the fact that it cuts on. It works perfectly fine. It's just that it doesn't light up. It doesn't light up because the RGBs required a separate power supply, which they were running through the PC because the case over here has a SATA that hooks up to an RGB and it allows us to run the lights with no problem. So we can run the fans, all that'll come on, but the lights don't light up until I get the special piece, which I had to order, which is SATA drive to RGB. And now allowed it to run. And they got a button system so I can change my lights, which I'm dying to do. So I can change them to blue, green, red, whatever I want to do. Alright, so we need some free games. Let's get some free games up in here. Let me see, we got the collection. Let's see, let's go to the category, or the store. Home shopping. Come on, we're out here. We're at the store, right? We're at the store right now. Alright. We're at the store. Alright, what do you got here? I'm looking for these free games. Come on. What are the categories? What do we got here? We got free games. Retro play. Virtual reality. No. Here we go, free to play. There's a lot of stuff on here. So there, you want to decide you want to build a PC later on. This is all free. So we can play some Mega Man if we want. Which I've never been a big fan of Mega Man. Ooh, this is the game I got right here. This game is freaking amazing. What's this right here? Halo Infinity. Oh, we got this over here. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. I'm going over here first. I want this one right here. What else we got before we go down here? These games are already downloaded on the other system right here. Once Human. All these. Like these games, these are all free. All free. And these are good games. Oh, we got Team Fortress on here too. Once Human. Oh, what is this? Oh, we're going to have to check this out. No. Get back over here. Wait, is this VR? Action, multiplayer, action, multiplayer. Yeah, it supports a controller. I've seen it with this big gun. Alright, we got the bikes. Oh, that's creeping me out. Oh, you can build homes and all that stuff on there? Oh, you work together as a group. What the frick was he being chased by? Giant spiders. Oh, that looks hot. Yeah, that looks pretty hot. Alright. I got a couple buddies on here. I'm going to have to basically reach out to them. Like, yo, you get this game yet? Because, yeah, I need somebody to play with on here. That shouldn't be a problem. I got my flight stick for this right here. Right there. No, we're not doing that. Torchlight Infinity. Ooh. When did we come out with this doohickey? Oh, a little rubber rumble getting on. Oh, yes. Oh, heck yeah. What's this? Let me see. Single player, co-op, controller. Oh, heck yeah. Yeah. We definitely downloading this. This is going to happen. This is definitely going to happen, yes. Add it to my library. Already in my library? Cool. It's already in my library that fast. We're getting that. That's free. That's free. We definitely getting that. This driving game they got here is freaking sick. This is another one they got that's pretty hype. I like this one. They got that Disney one right. Disney is freaking the truth. Let me see. We got some soccer on here. I don't do as much on soccer. Maple Story. Oh, what are you? I didn't see these new games coming out. Single player. All right. MMO. Okay. Let's see what you got. Kind of got that kind of Mario feel to it. That's what it looks like. We got any videos on this? Oh, we do got videos on this. All right, no, that's not the videos on it. Let me see. Yeah, we'll be getting back to this. Definitely want to get this. I'm looking at these other games they have on here. Build a car out of Lego parts. That's funny. Man, battle tank mode. I already got that. Downloaded that. Oh, this is it right here. This game is freaking the truth. This game is the truth. Mix. Who got mixed regards about that? That game is freaking amazing. All right. I'm going to get that other one. Definitely getting that one. I got this one coming. This is coming soon. This is free too. Definitely getting this one right here. These are all coming soon, so we can get this yet. Hey, what's going on here? Oh, my mouse died. Really? My freaking mouse died? Let me see. Where's the other one at? That's the controller. Where's the mouse going at? Oh, mouse is wireless. So that you got the mouse, that means keyboard goes with it. We're playing any games right now? Let me see. I need to charge this up. So we're not playing the game right now. I'm good. We'll take this out for right now. It's going to access what I want. Get in there. Yeah, get in there. Come on. Be nice. Get in there. All right, there we go. Get my keyboard in there. This mouse should be running. Okay, this is running. This one's got to be charged up. Where's my adapter piece of charger? Yeah, I got you. Thank you. I'm ready. I gotta get you charged up. Let me put you guys right here. I gotta turn something up real quick. Box right there is freezing our grip box. It's like cheese. Cheese, Frank. Cheese. Cheese. You fitting in there? How are you not fitting in there? Oh, there you go. Nice and slow. What you want to charge? What did we just hit? Ugh. Cheese, George. Cheese. George. Yeah, let's see. Cheese, George. Cheese. I need a piece of paper. Cheese, George. Cheese. Cheese, George. Cheese. There. Cheese, George. Cheese. Cheese. Cheese, George. Cheese. George. Cheese. Cheese. Like, what was he rambling on? Nah, the freaking from Seinfeld about the whole thing about cheese and how George was basically stuck at the office, you know what I mean? Because they were going through some kind of freaking late night work, and Jerry's on the other side talking about there's two women sitting at the bar right now, George, and they're eating cheese. Cheese, George, cheese. Before he hung up the phone, yeah, cheese on the background. So I thought that was kind of funny. But that's just me. My sense of humor is just a little bit different. That's all. But I don't mind. I don't mind. Because I like to be different. Yep. I like the difference. think when I get a chance to be blessed to go to trade shows, I'm dressing up as Darth Vader. Yes, dressing up as Darth Vader. Got a bunch of stormtroopers behind me. And all the screams like, join the dark side. Like, no, I'll never be like you. Resistance is futile. You will join the dark side, or basically you will be destroyed. Yeah, that's what it comes down. I literally, if I got freaking, well, Disney owns it now. If I got freaking permission from Disney, I would literally come up with a black Darth Vader paint, literally. Just be designed, just come with red freaking red lights and everything in, like, join the dark side. The gray screen is like, no, I'll never join the dark side. Resistance is futile. You'll be destroyed. Yeah, you wouldn't survive it. I designed a Darth Vader screen paint. Literally, it would be definitely super black. It would definitely have 100% Aztec sitting inside, which means it could be absorbed sunlight with no problem. And I'd probably bring up the height to like 25. This thing was whitely clean with no problem. Anything that came across it would definitely die. That thing would definitely turn the screen a different color. We're now developing technology in our screen paint that changes the other screen's color. I've seen us do it multiple times. I did it with the Seymour AV 1.3. I turned the screen dark for silver technology and a white surface. And the cinema paint, we actually turned a gray screen yellow with that thing. And the other one, this stuff can turn gray screens brown. Yep, just completely draw out your life source and destroy your screen. Yep, but that technology, when you put that heightener in at 25, good, great. That'd be some of the range of like an Omega technology. Yeah, your screen would just be destroyed in that thing. Like, join the dark side. Never. You have no choice. Resistance is futile. No choice. Your lack of confidence disappoints me. That's why I love Darth Vader. You ever watch Darth Vader's confidence level? It's brutal. He's brutal. On so many levels. Took that guy and lifted him up on his son. He was holding him up there while he was taking the rest of them out. Threw out the lightsaber, used the force to bring it back, and then threw the guy off the ceiling. I'm like, jeez. Vader is freaking brutal, man. He's brutal. That's what I like about Darth Vader. He is brutal. I love Darth Vader so much. I do. He is my favorite out of all of them. He is my favorite. But yet, deep down inside, he loved his son. That's what I like about Vader. He's an interesting guy. I love Vader. See, they're trying to take off on that ship, and the way he walked out there, like, oh no, you ain't. Bring your whole entire ship down with no problem. Yeah. That's what I like about Vader. So, gray screens, white screens, even the gunmetal screens, it would be the resistance. We would be basically, I would be Darth Vader. Yep. Just watch your teams just destroyed. I would love to see a version where Darth Vader wins. I would love to see that. I think that'd be amazing. What would happen if Darth Vader did achieve what he was supposed to do? What would have happened? I don't like getting some by killing the Ewoks. I don't like that part right there. But everything else is pretty cool. Yeah. But other than that, that's what the heck is this? Oh, it's this fate trigger. That's not out yet. I'm getting that sucker. That thing's gonna be huge. I'm gonna be out there jacking people up on this game. Jacking them up. The new game's coming out. Get the new Army Man coming out. Oh, these are all new coming soon. Yes. Oh, these would be to handle this. 3050s can handle all these games with no problem. 3050 easy can handle them. We'll have to upgrade everything to i7s to do it, but yeah, we can run that easily. But we're definitely playing these games. Definitely, these are all coming soon. Got new Marvel's Rivals coming out. See, one thing I like, and people can get mad at me all they want about this, PC has rarely done remasters. These are a lot of games coming out. Because it's not a hard platform to build for, it really is. This is freaking insane. Fragpunk? Oh, these are multiplayer shooters. Oh my goodness, this reminds me of Oh yeah, it's just like freaking what you call? It's on my wish list. I forgot it on my wish list. Yeah, this is just like freaking like a little bit like on a tournament. We changed the weather in the game. I'm making snow. Oh, you can leave footprints? What the freak? See, ain't no camping. That's good. No camping. That is good. No freaking camping. You can track your footprints. I can't. Well, I can't. I can't lie. I do some camping. I do. I do camp. Season 2. Oh, we got Season 2. Compact Master. This is another game system. Oh, yes, it's freaking sick. I'm going to get too excited in here. I got to be careful, man. The games aren't expensive here. We really pay for expensive games. I got this game already. This game is freaking amazing. Oh, we got this Gundam. Gundam Super Championship. Ooh. Oh, this is going to be online, too. Oh yeah, let's definitely play online. Oh heck yes, get on a controller. That's something I would use. That's me. I like that. Yay! Yay! I haven't been this excited about gaming in a while. There's just so much stuff on here. I'm definitely gonna be doing that right there. All right, let me see. I got that other game. I definitely want to do this one too. So I'm getting this one right here. This is free. This game is so much fun. I swear it's so much fun. Add it to my library. Thank you. Go into my library and get it. Go to my collection. No, we got a free soundtrack in here. Thank you. We get free music. Let's go to home. Let's see what we got in here. Oh, we just got this. I forgot we bought this and forgot we had it in here. I gotta play this. I just got that game. Gotta get into that. And we got the override, Tim. You download so much stuff. It's unbelievable. Because again, you're in a hard drive issues because there's a lot of stuff. You got big hard drives on you. You got control of your own hard drive. You can download whatever freak you want. That's what it comes down to. And this is, mind you, no online subscription. That's it. Just come and play. Oh man, we got the Torchlight. This is the Torchlight right here. I'm gonna download this one right now. Get this knocked out. Install that in. Thank you so much. Put that in. I ain't trying to at the end of the day like discourage you for not playing console, but I mean I haven't touched my console system. Like I just ain't gaming on it. I got one game on there that I like, but I'm definitely gonna build a giant screen. That's for exploring for the Soaring Ocean and stuff like that. But that's pretty much it. Everything else I just don't really rumble on. I'm on here most of the time gaming. Games are cheap, they're affordable. There's so many of them. I got free games on here I can play if I want. All my DLCs, the majority of my DLCs are all free. Skins, all that stuff, all free. I got to get around to downloading some of this stuff. There's just so much stuff. I got so many games on here, I literally forget. They had some kind of Steam sale on here. Oh my goodness, so many games. So many games. I got stuff on here I haven't even had a chance. This is my point shop right here. So I got 16,362 points in here. Every time you buy, you get points. You can change whatever you want. You can change your intro, change everything. It's just amazing, man. I freaking love it so much. Oh, I didn't see these. What's this one? This is a new one, too. Ooh, I think I might get that one. Some of these are free because you get the games that come free with it. Point shot. I was saying, just give it a try. See if you like it or not. You know what I mean? You don't have to buy expensive. These are not expensive PCs. I mean, you spend a lot of money for these. These PCs are somewhere around like $480. And what I'm paying for my 3050 cost me $130. That's all I'm paying for my 3050 is $130. That's it. Knock both of these out, put those in. The i7 processor, that's gonna cost me maybe about $80. Right there, 160, knock both of them out. And the hard drives, man, I got 2 terabytes on the hard drives. I got two SATA output here. I got, I think, 2 more on this side. I can drop an additional couple more hard drives on it if I want, or basically just drop 4 terabytes onto the solid state drive right there for my backup. And I can go with 4 on that, or I can go with 10. So I have no hard drive issues and download whatever I want. They increase the speed on the internet. Look at that, because it's downloading a lot faster than what it was before. You got chat, all that stuff. I can hook up to Twitch, anything I want. Facebook, I can stream through Facebook. Oh, you can stream through a lot of stuff on here. There's a whole section you can stream to. Throw your accounts in there and just get going. So if you want to be like, getting noticed in gaming and all that stuff, right here, the platform is right here to do it. Some people do it off YouTube. They got YouTube, everything on there you want. Yep. Stand right up. You're drunk. You are definitely drunk, Jenkins. You are drunk. Yeah. I'm not trying to discourage you now from doing console. Really not. But I'm just saying, give it a try and see what it's like. You know what I mean? Don't be just so blocked in all the time. Just try something different. I think you never know. You can do both. I do both. I'm still supporting my PlayStation. They take charges out of my card for that monthly fee. I still pay for it. No, it's not snacks. Everything you hear that crinkles and cracks, you think it's snacks. It's not snacks, buddy boy. Stop being so snackle shit. You just had snacks a few minutes ago. And I get more snacks. 5-year-old kitty wants to have snacks all the time. Oh, snacks. You got snacks? Give me snacks. You have snacks. I just gave you snacks a few minutes ago. Well, not a few minutes ago. Yeah, when we came in, he had snacks. He doesn't need any more snacks. So, yeah, just give it a whirl. See what it's like. You don't have to spend a lot of money. If you want to try it out, really, seriously, and you don't want to spend a lot of money, go over and pick up a Dell. Pick up a Dell. It's a fantastic way to get your feet wet, see if you like it. That's what the ones I had over here. These were the Dells. I paid roughly about $130 for it. You get a 16 gigs on your hard drive. You get 2 terabytes of hard drive space, which that's one of the hard drives from the Dell. You can get one with an i5 or an i7, because the i7 is probably like $130, $140. It's an i7 already tacked in. And these are what people are talking about, the low-profile gaming PCs on the cheap, super cheap, and they work perfectly. I gamed on it with no problem whatsoever. And if you want to get yourself a card, you get yourself a low-profile card. That's an RTX 1050. That'll fit in there nicely in the case with no problem whatsoever, and you can run that right there. You can get those for like $80. That's it. And you got a gaming PC that fast. Go load your Steam onto it, run your internet through it, and boom, you're done. That's it. You don't even have to build it. The only thing you have to do is just go in and just upgrade the graphic card. That's it. That's all you got to do. And you can get them, let me see. While this is downloading, we'll go pop over to Amazon. I got mine from Amazon. So we'll pop over to Amazon real quick. And we'll go get, show you how cheap these things are. So we'll go to Amazon. Amazon. Here we go. And we'll go pick up, let me see, Amazon. We'll go pick up a Dell. Let's see. We'll put down a Dell i7. All right, here we go. We got a 7040 Dell right there. Price for that is $158. Ooh. Just gotta get around that whole freaking motherboard thing. I'm still tampering with these things, messing with them. I get around that motherboard. You know how cheap this would be to do? If I get around that motherboard, I figure a way to get around their motherboard, override their motherboard. I can put a liquid cooling system in it. Do you need one liquid cooling system? Not really, to tell you the truth, but I put one in there because I have to have one. I'm addicted to liquid cooling systems. That's what I do. It's what I do. It's what I do. So I gotta have them in there anyway. That's me. Other than that, no, I could run that thing without the liquid cooling system. And put a copper heat sink on that sucker. Definitely easy. See what else they have on here. That'd be easy to do. Wait a minute. It runs off what, right? Oh, we could have did it. We could have did it off a dedicated power supply, off a modus adapter. Could have actually ran it with no problem whatsoever. Yes, we could have. We could have did it. We could actually override their system by doing it that way. Ooh, didn't think about that. Yeah, because you're running the RGBs, and RGBs would have made it impossible to run it off that board to begin with, because it didn't have the 4 pins to begin with, because it had the 5 pins. But you could have overran. No, but you just have to have something plugged into it. Basically, I'm going to tell you that it's not plugged in. I'm gonna figure one out. I got to. I've got to conquer it. I have to conquer it. My brain is like processing. All right, we got one here. We got a 7010. This is 147. This will come with an i7 processor right here. It'll come with 1 terabyte of solid state drive. A solid state drive, hard drive. Well, seriously, that's pretty cool. It comes with 16 gigabytes. That's enough for you to basically game on with no problem whatsoever. Actually, this is really freaking good. This is actually really freaking good. I might have to buy this. That's actually pretty good. Now, mind you, it's 1 terabyte. Well, 1 terabyte, it's not bad, because remember, your system is upgradable, which means that if you're running SATA, this has a solid-state drive to begin with, but if you're running SATA for your backup at the end of the day, or you're running just a regular hard drive back day, you can get like maybe 10 terabytes, 8 terabytes, 5 terabytes, you get plenty of room to play. Trust me, you can upgrade that easy, and it's super cheap. A lot cheaper than sitting there paying for 8 terabytes and paying like $1,000 at the end of the day. That right there, gaming PC, right there from the door. And it has PCI Express slot in it, 2.0, which allow you to be to run the low-profile graphic card that will run it perfectly fine, which I'm running right now on my system without basically upgrading to the 3050, which I'm going to do either way. That is fantastic. It's an i7. Gonna have to buy one of these, because that's 147 bucks right there, and it's 16 gigabytes on it from the door. You need 16 gigabytes to run. That's all. Even though that the PS5 Pro has 20 gigabytes, it's 16 is all you need, really. As you can go overkill. Yeah, that ain't bad at all. Now, since we got right there, that's done. And the power supply is 240 watts. It should be 240 watts, but it may be a little higher on here. What do you need to run that? How much wattage? Not a lot, to tell you the truth. It's not a lot of wattage to run that. So now we got the whatchamacallit for $140-something. Let's see how much it would cost us for a 1050 Ti. I got a 1050 Ti on mine. Let's see, we go to 1050 Ti. Boom, 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 boom. And we need low profile. Oh, low profile right there. Bam. If you want low profile, that's the little tiny ones. That'll get packs a punch at the end of the day. Really nice ones. Let me see. Low profile. Bump, bump, bump. They got one here for 70 bucks. This will run quite nicely. Let me see. Bump, 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 bump. 1050. That's 130 bucks right there. Let me see right here. We got another RTX 750 Ti. Now I'm going to go to 1050 instead. 1050 is good for gaming. Let's see. And this just to get your feet wet your whistle while you check it out. Look at all the naysayers are like, I don't want to. When you just deal with that nonsense you're going to at the end of the day, you know what I mean? You want to deal with scalpers, freaking your system's costing too much money, all that crap you got to go through paying for online subscription and all that other bull crap. Go ahead and knock yourself out. Enjoy. But I'm just saying, try it and see if you like it or not. You know what I mean? Get your feet wet. And you're going to spend a lot of money. It's real cheap to do. It costs cheap than your $700 system at the end of the day that you can't seem to get your hands on because scalpers keep ripping them off. And you think that's worth it in the day. At least you can open up this system and clean it. You can't open up the system and clean it because, again, it is destined to destroy itself. What the heck is this? Interesting. Gonna have to play with that. That's pretty cool. I like that. Yeah, your system is destined to die. You can sit there and say, oh, it's not. It is destined to die. If you access any of the ports past the hard drive, you have voided your warranty. You're going to have to go past that area. You're going to have to go through all those mega screws in there, pull out all those different extension and tabs and all that stuff to get access to your power supply, because your power supply is going to be accumulating with dust. For every time you clean dust off your fan, guess what? There's other dust where other places that dust went to. And those little corridors where your heat sink system's sitting at, and the other half has your power supply. So good luck on that whole, oh, my system burning out and I'm smelling smoke 3 o'clock in the morning. So that's what's going to happen. It's going to overheat. You're going to have problems. System's going to burn out. So they should have gave you an option. What they should have did, they should have just gave you a brick. That would have been much better, because at least with a brick, your power supply is outside the case. If anything happens, at least you can get access to the brick. This one, you're not getting access to it unless you void your warranty. And keep in mind, PlayStation does not clean systems. I checked. So how does that work at the end of the day? They won't clean the system, but you can't go in to clean it. That is just messed up. So yeah, you figure it out. And then they want to pay you for online subscription and all that stuff. So at least get your feet wet, see what it's like. You don't have to spend a lot of money. It's very cheap to do, very affordable. RTX 580. It's very affordable to do. And then on top of that, you get a chance to get a little bit of experience to see how it's done. Let me see, 4 gigabytes with a low profile gaming. 1050 Ti. 1050 Ti. GTX 1050 Ti, $61 right there. PCI Express 2.0. That'll fit in there perfectly. There you go. That's it. Voila. So altogether, roughly about 200, maybe $12 is what you just spent. That's it to hook your system up. 212. And you can go online and you can game on Steam with no problem whatsoever. Now you're going to play all the heavy games? Not really, but you're going to play a lot of good ones they had that you can play. But at least gives you an idea of exactly that when you get used to not paying for your online subscription, and you don't have to worry about scalpers taking your stuff, you don't have to worry about that the day. And keep in mind, these stores are going to keep gouging. They gouge you $30 for a stand. That's kind of jacked up. And then sold you an optical drive that technically you're not really going to be using anymore, because they're going to be changing everything to digital. If that was the case, that means the digital version, when it first came out for the PS5, would have been more expensive. But yet, it wasn't. The one with the disk drive was more expensive. They charge you more money for a disk drive for something when you have majority of your games are downloadable in your system. Now, say if all your games were downloaded. Say some of your games were downloaded and the rest were on disk. Then all the more, that'd be the reason to get a disk drive. But you literally bought a disk drive for a system that has a store that has all the games in it that you can just download to your system. Now, some people say, well, this saves on hard drive space. You still got to download the disk. You know that, right? Because if you didn't, you would get that be buffering like crazy. So you still got to download it. So all in all, when you think about it, you're just spending so much money. To upgrade your hard drive is going to cost you so much money. It's not even funny how much money it's going to cost you, because you don't have options. You don't have an M2 stick. Right here, we can put an M2 solid state stick here, and then on top of that, run SATA at the same time. I got options. If I don't want to spend a lot of money for this, I can do it from here with no problem whatsoever. It'll run the games perfectly fine with no problem. They put a solid state drive in there, and they put this piece right here. See that right there, that PCI piece right there? I can attach a card to this that will allow me to run 3 more of those right through that. You don't have that on your system, which means you're at the mercy. If you want to upgrade, you got to pay for one stick. And that one stick's going to cost you a lot of money. 8 terabytes on that system is literally going to cost you more than what the system costs. Good luck on that. And keep in mind, it's going to overheat like crazy, because it's going to heat up big time. So getting those heat spreaders on there work to a certain degree, but they don't work all the time. And this thing is attached to your board at that, with all that heat pushing off from the door. Oh, look at this right here. This is a 3.0. Usually the RTXs have the 3.0s. So that's it. That's pretty much it. But you have somebody like, nah, I don't want to demonstrate. Go ahead. Go ahead. Why don't watch you burn like the Hindenburg? Like, look at this nonsense. Like, your systems are bugged out. Your systems are really bugged out. You're freaking dealing with scalpers. You're dealing with greedy corporations at the end of the day. Because like I said, they can charge $700 per system, but the biggest flack back they would get from their fan base sitting there saying, well, you know, we don't want to pay for this at the end of the day. Even though you say that, you will pay for it. You will pay for it. Because you know why? They'll kill the other system. They kill the other system. Where you got to go? Where can you go? You only have that and the other one. They kill your other system. They kill the PS4. Where do you go? You'll be going to the other system, and they know it. So they're going to push you around like sheep. That's what they're going to do. And they're going to charge you whatever the freak they want. And now it's gotten to a point that now they have scalpers in there. They're going to charge whatever they want because they know the scalpers are going to pay that money out. They're going to make their money regardless, whether they have a fan base or not. That's what you're not seeing. That's what's coming up. They did this with the PS5. They know the scalpers did this with the PS5. And then they turn around with the limited edition. Did they make it impossible for these people to get their hands on? No, they did not. They snatched every single one of them up. So with that being said, they do not care about their fan base. Now you can sit there and say they do. No, they do not. Because I guarantee you, they charge $700 for one system, $1,000 for the other, and sold out in no time at all. So the nightmare you got waiting for you is whether or not if you bought one of these systems, it's going to have bugs. If you bought it from a scalper, good luck on trying to return that. Because that's going to be a problem on its own by itself. Other nightmare you're going to have to deal with from the door is the fact that these companies could get to a point where they're just going to be catering to the scalpers because they're going to pay. They're going to pay regardless. They don't care whether if it's $1,000 system. They don't care if it's $1,500. They're going to pay. They're going to get their money. You have to understand, this is business at the end of the day. They put a certain amount of money into this machine to get their money back on their investment. They have to make sure they sell a certain quantity of these systems in order to make their money back. If they're below that level, they're going to have problems. The scalpers guarantee 100% that their systems are going to sell. Sad part about it is you got to deal with the scalper. That's the problem you have to deal with. So that's what I've been trying to tell y'all from day one, that this is the kind of crazy stuff that's going to be popping off on console, and this very well could kill console. And this is what I've been warning y'all. But what would I know? I've just been playing graphics and video games since day one, before some of you actually even knew what a console system was. Not trying to be rude here, but I've been around for a very long time, and I watched the launch of systems. This is the first time I've ever seen a system come out with a new next-gen system after it developed a next-gen system. I've never seen that before. That should freak you out right there alone. You're everybody who went out and got the PS5, who ordered the PS5, you don't have the next-gen system. It even plays a different type of game than your system. I'm trying to figure out if we can plug this in, because I am definitely dead in the water right now. Might have nothing to charge this in. Plug this in and charge it in. Wait, hold on for a minute. I think that's something that might work. Yeah, you're definitely dead in the water. And you're dead in the water because, again, you don't know who they're going to cater to. Apparently, they didn't do a good enough job making sure that you can get your hands on this limited edition, did they? Fanboys out there who had the money to pay $1,000, I know you would have loved to have one of these systems. I know you would have loved to have one of these systems. But unfortunately, you didn't get that. Because they allowed them to come in and take every single system. Heck, they even took the drives. They took the controllers. They took it all. They treated you like the Grinch of Whoville. They came in and took it all. So now, keep in mind, let's keep it real here. You're a businessman at the end of the day. You're trying to sell your product. You got scalpers that are willing to come in and buy your stuff, even if you charge $1,000 for a system. They're going to spend that money for it. Who are you going to be catering to now? The fanboys that are going to complain about your prices? Or are you going to basically deal with the scalpers that are not? And just let the fanboys just deal with the scalpers. AKA, you're going to be thrown to the wolves. That's what's going to happen. So you better learn another skill. You better learn how to build one of these machines, put them together, whatever, just in case of a backup. Because again, while you guys are going through that freaking fiasco of a freaking rat race nonsense going on, I'm going to be sitting back gaming on my PC. Watching that whole thing go down on YouTube. Watching system brick after brick after brick. That's literally what I did when I watched on the PS4. I sat there and watched all those console systems, brick, 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 brick. I watched the scalpers take whatever they wanted to take. I watched people rush to get to stores. You are running to a store to get there as fast as you can to get a system because there's none of them around. And then they turn around and they take your limited edition from you. So yeah, it's going to happen. It's going to be a nightmare. So come Christmas, you think the stores are going to restock and have plenty of them? Man, it's going to be the same shortage fiasco. And then another nightmare you got, how many of them are going to be duds? How many are going to be systems that are going to be running? I'll tell you the real nightmare. People spend all that money rushing to get them systems on eBay. If they turn that system on and it duds, it burns out, anything happens, they're stuck. They spent a lot of money. Or the nightmare you have to worry about? How many of these scalpers are real scalpers? How many of the scalpers are not everyday people cashing in on the scalpers? Or basically just showing pictures of this system and don't even have it. So now you're going to have copycats out there. Remember what happened in the PS5? Remember the news about people getting ripped off? Somebody driving around the van claiming they know somebody who works at a store where they have these systems at. And they just got a bunch of boxes filled with taped up phone books. I'll tell you one thing. This is going to be the most interesting console launch of all times in history. I have never seen anything like it. There's like so many key players in this. It's like a soap opera. Got the scalpers on one hand. You got the systems that made dud and brown out. You got the corporation. It's like a soap opera. It is. And usually in soap operas, you got the really super rich. You got the cunning guy at the end. You know what I mean? The guy is basically one step ahead of you all the time. You're a villain. And then you have the guy who basically is a guy that everybody loves. That's the fanboy. The 100% true person at the end of the day that deserves that system more than anybody else. Because that's a person who stuck by them through and through, and that's the one that's going to get it the worst. That's what's jacked up. I'm not making fun of you fanboys. I feel sorry for you. Because you're the ones are the reason why they have a fan base. Yeah, you're the ones going to get the worst. Greedy corporations. They can make it so that the scalpers can't touch them. They don't want to. They're going to get their money. Remember, they have shareholders, board of directors, investors that want to see their money grow. And if it means by any means necessary that they have to sell that system out, whatever it takes, they're going to get their money. And you, on the other hand, you're going to suffer for it. If anybody feels that I'm wrong on this, look at the Xbox 360 fiasco mess. How in the world? I can see about your first couple of systems burning out. But every single one of them, every single collector version of every single 360 red ringed. I had just about all of them, and they all red ringed. How is that possible? You'd figure you get all the bugs up by now, right? The first launch in the system, got a couple of bugs, get it all figured out, and that's the end of it. But every freaking system you get has a red ring. I had people going down red rings. I went down on red rings. Some people never had one. They were lucky people. But everybody else was just getting burned out left and right. You bring out a new system, red ring. You bring out another system, it's red ring. Started to think at one point, like, are we just recycling motherboards now? There's no excuse for it. So yeah, I want more control. That's why I build. Ever problem with that part? I rip it out, I put another one in. Problem with the power supply, take it out, put another one in. RAM, take another one out. I just change anything I want on here. Console, you do this, you're in a lot of trouble. You can only take out what they allow you to do. The best way I can put it, people, it's like buying a house and you don't have access to the rest of the house. You're told where to go in the house, and that's the only place you can go in that house. That's it. That's what it feels like. And I went through that mess when PlayStation over here locked one of my accounts because they deliberately charged one of my cards, and I went in and told them about it, and they didn't want to listen to me, and they felt like them being such a superpower company, we would make a mistake, blah, 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 blah. And because I did a chargeback to get my money back on my account, they locked one of my accounts. That crap ticked me off. The other nonsense with the 360, because I modded my system. I didn't go in and basically add any JTags or reprogramming all that in the firmware, none of that stuff. I basically went in and did a mod job on basically allowing the system to actually cool down better and last longer. Got sick and tired of buying these things over and over again. And because I went in and altered and changed the hardware on the system, which means I didn't do anything modification like that, they banned me for a lifetime ban. I pay for it. It's my machine. I should be able to do whatever the frick I want to do with it at the end of the day. As long as I'm not going into open lobbies where other people are playing and I'm cheating and using mods, that's wrong. Even when we use mod, we had our own dedicated servers set up so we can go in there and game. Modders and modders just in there having fun, changing the game around, just having a ball. Pretty much that's what it was. And every once in a while we bring somebody in that's never seen modders before and blow their mind. They can have fun there with us. We never walked into a lobby and basically used God mode or immortality or basically like one hit, one kill. You know, you can kill somebody from halfway across the board. None of that nonsense. But that's not allowed. You can mod to a certain degree if the program allows you to do it. But other than that, no. No freedom there. That's why I like PC. Plenty of freedom. I can mod all day longer if I want. Don't make a difference. I can make all the zombies giants. I can make them real tiny if I want. I can basically change out all the weapons, the lasers, lightsabers, whatever the frick I want. And they're not going to come in there and go, hey, guess what? You can't do so and so and so. As a matter of fact, if I upload them at the end of the day, then basically I get people to come in and play them and try them out. If your mods are good enough to get paid for them. Like the guy in Skyrim who made the Macho Man Dragon. He got paid for that. A lot of money for that dragon. And that thing was funny as on the what? You in the background here, sky's limits. Slam it to a limb, Slim Jim. Oh, yeah. In the background, the dragon's up there carrying on and acting up. I thought that was the coolest thing ever. Coolest thing I'd ever seen. But, yeah, you know, like I said, just try it. See if you like it. If you don't like it at the end of the day, you know, you can always go back to your console. But at least it's not going to cost you a lot of money to do it. When you're ready, then you'll make the investment to get better parts and you'll upgrade. But you'll realize the freedom that you have when you log onto your PC and you go, huh, I got free online play. I mean, I can got free games and I'm not paying any subscription and all that stuff. If something goes wrong, you just pull that out and replace parts, whatever you do at the end of the day. It's fantastic. It's absolute freedom. You know, at the mercy of other scalpers. Say the 1050s come out. Say the scalpers hit them. Who do I care at the end of the day? There are so many different graphic cards out there. It's not even funny that we run games that we game on. Don't even need that. At the end of the day, I get a card 7 years back and it'll still run. So that's why you got to look at it that way, people. I understand you're a fanboy. I understand 100% that you're loyal to your console system, but the problem is your console system is not loyal to you. That's what you have to understand now. It's been about money from day one. Always been about money. It's been about money from day one. Xbox fanboy. I want everything Xbox. Wouldn't have it go through their PlayStation. My life depended on it. I played on PC because I like PC, but still in console, Xbox. Until I went to the Xbox 360 fiasco. That changed everything. I won't touch an Xbox with a 10-foot pole. I don't trust them. I don't care what they did to it. I won't touch it. I went through so much money replacing those boxes to fix that mess. I will never go doing that Xbox ever again. I don't care what they do to it. I don't care if they put a refrigeration unit on it. I don't care. I'm not touching it. I know I talked about buying one, but still, it just haunts me. You know how terrifying it is when you've been through like maybe 8 or 9 red rings and you buy a new system and you don't know when this system's on red ring. It can red ring anywhere on you. There's no warning. It just pops up out of nowhere. Sometimes you play a whole game, turn it off, come back in, it'll red ring on you. Yeah, that's up. Nope. No more. And I told you when I bought the PlayStation, I didn't buy the PlayStation for the games on it. I bought it for the VR. It was amazing. I liked it. And one day I was like, I wonder what else goes on. Because I just plug in the VR to say I wouldn't even bother with the system. I go in and check it out and just plug in the VRs. I went looking around. I was like, oh, shoot. You can buy all the games online? Like, really? Because I didn't know you had that capability. I was like, okay, that's it. And I got 3 discs wrapped up. Never opened, never used the optical drive after that. I downloaded everything. That was so convenient. Because the last time I was downloading games, I was on PC. Sorry for eating pretzel sticks. I'm a little hungry. Like I said, see? Put it together. No hard work with it. All you gotta do is basically just open it up, slap in your freaking video card, and boom, you're done. That's it. Go on and play games. Excuse me about that. They're all over YouTube. For Dell gaming systems. PC. I watched this guy do it. And I was like, oh shoot. That's it? Yeah, I saw. Simple. Very easy to do. It's an office PC. They're office PCs, but they're made like gaming PCs. So that's what they did. And all you have to do is just stick in just an RTX in it, and boom, you got a gaming PC. That fast, that quick. Yep, that's all it takes. That's it. This is the motherboard right here. That's the motherboard right here that you're going to get. So you got 4 DIMM slots on here. This will upgrade up to 32 if you want to, but you can do 16 if you want. And that right there is your PCI Express 2.0 right there. That's it. All you gotta do is drop it in it, and boom, you're done. That's it. That's all you gotta do. And you're done. It's the only thing you have to do to it. These are all over YouTube showing you how to build an easy gaming PC. Very affordable.
$840. We're going to be turning an office PC that's already pretty good into a gaming PC.
No, this video is from 4 months ago.
Attention PC builders. Do you want to save money on your Windows activation? Well, today's video sponsor, GBP Mall, has you covered. An awesome online. It will be a good amount under the threshold, even under full load in gaming. And we will have this hooked up to a watt meter, and we will report the wattage that we actually see. But just keep that in mind. For anybody who is very power supply worried, this may not be the build for you. But for $150 on eBay, this is very easy to replicate. We got this M710S that actually came with a 512 gig M.2. It came with 12 gigs of DDR4, so that's one 4 gig stick, one 8 gig stick, and it comes with an i7, which I don't even honestly remember which generation it is. We're going to have to replace the thermal paste anyways to be safe, so we'll figure that out in just a minute. And this one even came with a little TP-Link Wi-Fi adapter, which I may have to move down, but that's all good, no big deal, because the low profile 3050 is a 2-lane card, so you're going to need to make sure that you have enough room down here, which we got 4 full lanes to work with, and luckily,
He's putting a
unlike
30-50, yeah.
actually
That's pretty sick. So he's taking this board, he's going to drop a 30-50 into it. That's a really mean freaking graphic card. You can get them about 160, 170 bucks. Man, that's pretty nice. That's going to be really nice. Very nice. I got 1050s in mine.
size 7. We want to make sure that it runs nice and cool. This thermal paste
Then
also is
reapplying the thermal
most
paste.
runniest. We're actually using some fairly cheap thermal paste. And it's kind of following me around. This stuff is not very runny like you normally want for thermal paste. You usually want stuff that's a little bit more viscous than this, but hey, it'll work. Once again, just trying to keep this as cheap as possible. You know, we don't need to go out and buy any Noctua paste or thermal grizzly. So I'm going to go ahead and tighten this cooler down. You really want to do the opposing corner tactic. So we're basically going to not tighten any one side down all the way, because for one, it causes unnecessary stress, and for two, you're going to end up squeezing out all your thermal paste on one side. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and snug each one down. Get to those, we may have to take off the shroud. Now this one here isn't going to be a big deal. I'm going to go ahead and swap over to the PH1 again, so just like that.
You got a low profile 30-50 in.
We got this little bottom screw out. We're going to go ahead, and we need to get to this last screw right there.
If you go with the 1050s, you don't have to do all that. You don't have to pull that out, because it's a much smaller card.
I know, but just get the...
Let me see. 1050. 1050 is the best way to put them in, because again, that's nice what he has in there. Yeah, they turn these things into gaming PCs all the time. It's just so much easier. If you want to just try it for the first time, see what it's like.
Alright, so here's my first ever Optiplex 9020 build, MT Mini Town. I got it off eBay, a little over $100.
100 bucks.
Came with 4 gigs of RAM.
You got a 4060 in this one.
Big hard drive, and so far I've upgraded to, I added 16 gigs of RAM on top of 4 from before, so there's 20 gigs now, and I added an SSD. You can see it's kind of dangling there. I'm gonna.
So he had 16 gigs in it. He added another 4, because remember you get 4 DIMM slots in there. So he added 16 in there, and he added a 4. He gave him 20 gigabytes. You can do that.
Right now I'm going to change out the graphics card. It came with an R7, AMD R7 250, which I ran some benchmarks and tested it out. Not terrible. You're not going to be able to play, you know, AAA games at great rates, but I got a 1650 that I'm going to put in, and
You're going to do it at 1650, yeah.
Alright, so here's my I added 16 gigs of RAM on top of games at great rates, but I got a 16.
You're only changing one part in there, and that's pretty much where the that graphic card. But yeah, they convert these things like crazy. They do. They're cheap PCs. They cost like $100. You can get some for $150. They have i7s on them. You got the 1070 with the GTX 1050 for a monster gaming PC.
Irvine,
Yeah.
California, the gem of Orange County, where you can soar
Easy to do.
in an iconic helium balloon.
Yeah, there's right there. There's the 1050 right there. That's the 1050, like I got right there. Power supply right here. So you're not changing out. You're not changing anything. All you're doing is just basically, because it's an empty slot. You're going to take it out, slide it in, lock it in, you're done. That's it. That's it. Easy gaming PC. Nice little benchmarks up there. Woo, that's it. That's another cheap way you can do one. Easy to do. See this? These are all these people at the end of the day. That's me right there. These are all these people at the end of the day converting these Dells into gaming PCs. Hooking up solid state drives to them, all kinds of stuff, man. You can do it yourself, easy. And the motherboard accepted the 7010 accepted a 4060. Geesh, that's pretty good. You got this up to 120 frames per second at $250. Told you, easy to do. All right, people, I am going to get out of here. My battery's about near dead. Hope you enjoyed the demonstration. Thank you for your time. Be safe out there, and God bless.